So our next guests are much better at this than I am because they are on video almost constantly. They were announced to me as Stephen, George, and friends. So I'll find out which friends right now. Stephen, George, everybody. Well, hey, thank you for coming, and please enjoy the ramen. There's still some of it there. This stuff under my desk, I don't think has been touched at all. Why
is there?
A Mondo mole exploded.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Stephen, why don't you just tell people and give your elevator pitch for what you do? Because
I make YouTube videos.
Yes.
For a living.
What kind of YouTube videos?
I run two different channels.
Run me through the Stephen Empire.
Please don't call it that. We have two different channels. We do one where we film our lives every day. Somehow people watch that, and that is a career in the year 2015. And then the other one is a video gaming channel where we play through various video games.
Oh, wait, just a second. Charlie, have you crossed over yet? Into the bottom of... Because we just got over $2,600. So you have now been authorized, nay, obligated, to continue getting the T-Rex bat, thanks to the donators at campfangamer.com. It just happened all at once, so I've got to see who did this. Oh, Sega Chuck, who is already the top donor at $223, just brought us up to $445 for the top donor for the day. So thanks, that is awesome. Round of applause for him, or her. Beyond that, we've still got Avenger 339 at $225, Root at $101, Be I Am Not is up to $70, and then there's an anonymous donor at $67. So still plenty of room for you to get a miniature or a giant Mr. Saturn in a garbage can. Please do. It sounds much cooler than it is, and it already sounds kind of cool. And all of the proceeds go to Speak Your Silence, which is amazing. So anyway, as I was saying, sure. You have a media, don't call it an empire, and it's divided into two channels.
Yes.
Go on.
That was it?
Yeah. Say more about that.
We've been filming our lives every day for over 5 years. People call it vlogging.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, you've heard that.
Yeah,
that may
that's
even
a word.
That may be a real word by now. It might be in Webster's.
I think so.
Yeah, that's how you know it's official. We've been doing that for over 5 years. We've been doing Let's Plays for over 4 years. So that's a bad word for some people. They're like,
yeah.
Let's Plays.
So
gaming walkthroughs.
So
we help you with the game.
You just do the air quotes in case people aren't okay with Let's Plays, because they might like your maybe a Let's Play.
Yeah, if I do air quotes, then they're on my side. They're
yeah.
He's one.
Stephen George, man of the people.
Yeah.
So what is it like? What is it like filming your life every day for 5 years? I'm sure you're used to it by now, and as much as you haven't lived any other way for 5 years, but most of us aren't used to it.
It's a very strange thing. At the beginning, it was like, oh man, I need to really try and do interesting things every day.
That was like the beginning of the Earthbound Bash, and now
you've given up.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I've just given up completely.
You've completely given up.
You get to like day
it's like
50.
you and your desk, and you're just sitting there at your desk, and you're like, yeah, I had it.
Actually, yeah. But before you get too much further, you should introduce the people insulting you on this couch.
Absolutely. I'll start at the very end. The man over there, Starman.nethers may know him as Wasabi Milkshake.
Holy crap! Yeah.
That is the man who ran Flash.
I did not.
He ran the
Don't
Flash
call it Flash.
section.
These are lies and accusations. I don't know what you're talking about. I was never affiliated with Starman.net in a staff capacity.
Also known as Alex. And then the lovely lady next to him is Hayley, known as...
I was Ravemo on Starman. Now I go by the Kubliest. Oh, yeah. I went through a transformation like a phoenix from the ashes.
Rising from the ashes of an old Starman.net account.
It was just time. It was time to shed that life.
Didn't you do a video once of you, singing?
Let's not talk about any of these things.
Okay.
I think let's go back to just making fun of Steven. I like that part a lot better. Way before when we bring up embarrassing things we did.
Sure. And then this individual next to me is my wonderful wife, Mallory, known on the forums as both White Sesame Seed and Melcat631.
My avatar said Melcat.
Yeah, one of those
My
two.
login is still White Sesame Seed.
And we are one of the many starmen.net/earthbound marriages. Woo!
Yeah, round of applause for marrying people you met on the internet. I'm a big fan of it.
So, yeah, Starman's like kind of important and stuff. Also, not fully convinced that it is not a dating website.
I mean, it's an extremely effective one.
Yo, it's very good.
It also happens to have a lot of Earthbound information on it.
We probably have more successes than some dating sites.
Yeah. I mean, in my experience on the current Starman.net design, it's much easier to find the dating part than the dating information part. It's been a while since we've been able to work on that back end, but the dating part still works, and that's awesome.
It does. It's very effective.
So like, because you've got three people with you, you've got don't call it a retinue. How have they adjusted to your life being filmed at all times?
Badly.
I think most people take it in stride. I mean, it's weird, but and this sounds bad, but you tend to hang out more with the people that are okay being filmed rather than the people that aren't, because like you're going to film events, you're going to film your life, so if they're not okay with it, you tend to not hang out with them.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to mosaic out their faces.
It is.
And then change their voices.
To keep them like on that side of the room and then just keep the camera pointed at you like, I'm here alone.
Yeah.
There's no one here.
I'm over
Just
here
me.
with somebody.
Yeah.
So like, before that, of course, you had a different video series all about our beloved Earthbound. I think some people in the audience know about that.
That was a decade ago.
Yeah.
That was a decade ago, like in 2 months it'll have been a decade. But
Yeah, really the theme of this entire show is tell us about the embarrassing thing you did a decade ago. So Steven.
yeah, I know, isn't it? Back in, I became interested in video when I was probably 12 or 13 or so, and then I became a part of Starman.net shortly after that, and I was inspired to do Earthbound videos, and Mega64 had just started. They just started doing stuff, putting their stuff online, and I was like, this is cool, I like this, I'm young and this is the best thing ever. Let's do Earthbound themed this. So we did, and we created a wonderfully titled series called /Earthbound, which is badly named.
Pretty easy to Google.
Yeah, I know, right? But we ended up, I think, in total doing like 12 or 13 episodes over the years. I did most of them between the ages of like 15 and 18.
And what kind of stuff did you do in that?
Oh my God,
I wish we had one queued up to play, actually, but unfortunately we didn't think that far ahead. It would have been a great "This Is Your Life" segment.
I dressed up in costume. There was one time I dressed up like the New Age retro hippie, and we
You
went.
told people peace and brush your teeth.
The most daring thing we ever did was I did dress up as a happiest and ask people if they wanted to join. That did not go so well.
Yes, definitely say more about that.
There are things now that I look back and I'm like, why did I do that? Like, there's no way I would ever do that now. But also, I would be arrested.
Yeah, you don't realize what a bad idea is until you've at least crossed 18.
Yeah, and this is great for anyone watching at home who is young and wants to do stupid stuff. I don't know what camera we're on. This one, I'll assume this one. Make sure that if you are under 18 and you want to do stupid stuff, do it. Do it now.
Yeah.
Get it out of the way, because once you're 18, cuffs.
Yeah, and definitely do it because eventually you will be able to do less dangerous things that don't involve you dressing up like a cultist and recruiting members.
I would like to revisit that sometime.
Yeah, and you know, the early stuff that helped you get to where you were will only come up on weird Twitch streams like this. So very rare.
I do absolutely owe my current career, the success of my current career, to Starmen and Earthbound, though.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
all of the audience that has followed me, it's just been a tumbling of people that were Earthbound fans. We were doing the Earthbound videos in like 2005, 2006. In 2007, we did Fobbies Are Born, which was very popular. Jamie is
Jamie
trying to
is
hide.
making an X sign with her hands right now.
But it was a ton of fun, and it introduced a lot of people to Earthbound, and then also to me and the other members of the group, and it just kind of snowballed from there. And it's been Starman.net has changed my life in so many different ways.
Yeah. Another theme of this convention.
Yes, absolutely.
So how did you go from there into the live streaming? Like, was that another thing where you saw somebody else doing it, or?
Yes, actually, in 2009, I was a film major at the Savannah College of Art and Design, and I was focusing in video editing. And I was like, man, I need more stuff to edit every day. I want to practice. So I'm going to film my life every day because I saw some other people on the internet doing it. The difference was a lot of people were filming themselves just like sitting in a chair and talking about their day. And I'm like, no, I want to go out and like film stuff so I have different things that I can do. And it was all just originally so I could practice video editing. And then people started subscribing and watching, and soon enough they were like, hey.
No, and then it got completely out of control.
Then it was out of control. Then we're filming our cats going to the bathroom. And
Now, this question is for anyone who wants to insult you, but how did it get out of control?
Oh, just completely immediately.
Okay, and like in what way? Like what?
Well,
what was the turning point for
okay.
you where you thought Steven has really lost it now?
Well, I mean,
He's gone too far.
every day of his life. But I mean, like in the first one, you said something about like, I think I'm going to do this for a year, and then it turned into like forever.
Whenever it originally started, I was like, I'm just going to do this for a few weeks. And then after I got to like, half a year, I was like, well, I can go a little longer. And then I'm celebrating like 1,000 days, and I'm like, I'm doing this now. This is a thing.
Yeah. So now it'd be harder to stop.
Yeah, I don't know what day number today is, but it's probably like 2,100 something. So it's been a long time. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
And so, I don't know, I guess the other thing I would want to know, because most of us are not going to be able to start extremely successful vlogs after hearing you talk, but we can learn a lesson from your vlog. So I want to know, like, is there anything you have learned about yourself and your friends by having video footage of everything you've done for years?
Be nice.
Yeah, I mean, be nice definitely to the people on stage because they have microphones.
Yeah, I mean, it encourages you to always watch what you say. Like you want to, like you don't want to lie to the people watching your videos, but you also want to be positive.
Yeah.
And I think it actually makes you a more positive person because not only do you want to show that on your videos, but because your videos are your life, you are like, man, I want to be a more positive person also.
Yeah.
So it actually kind of changes you in a way.
So we should, in our own lives, like look for the things that would make good vlogs.
Yeah, if there's ever a point where you're like, man, I should film this. First off, you should film it.
Okay.
And put it on the internet. But second off, really appreciate things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
and also everyone now has a smartphone that can film anything at any time. Like, there's no excuse. I hate Snapchat, by the way. Snapchat is like the worst thing in the world for someone who loves to
that is your
preserve.
arch nemesis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for someone who loves to preserve history, like. She'll get a Snapchat from her sister, and it'll be like this funny face, and I'll be like, oh, but that's funny. You should save that. We have, like, infinite space everywhere in the cloud. And she's like, oh, it's gone. And I'm like,
Gone forever.
I die inside every
Yeah.
time Snapchats are sent. I die a little bit.
Well, you'll be happy to know that none of these cameras are hooked up to Snapchat. we plan on preserving this for more.
This is all gone.
Yeah.
Everyone watching, this is it.
We're recording like 15 hours of Earthbound Bash, and then at the end, we're going to send it to somebody, and they're going to be able to see it for 5 minutes. That's the current plan. See, I would like one of you to spin the wheel of obligation. Who's up for it?
One of you guys. Wasabi Milkshake wants to spin the wheel of
I
obligation,
definitely
everybody.
do.
All right.
I feel so obligated right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, noted non-Flash staffer Wasabi Milkshake is going to spin the wheel of obligation for
right.
us. Charlie has just escaped his previous obligation, which was to mushroomize himself. So there are a lot of options here.
Is it technically possible for us to get that one again?
It could happen.
Oh, yes.
If you land on one of the red, get your head handed to you squares, and then the book of obligation wills it, it could happen. All right, without further ado, spin that wheel. Also, if you haven't noticed yet, the giant pig spinning with the wheel, that was, I think, the last thing to go up, and when I saw it, I truly knew that we were in a nightmarish hellscape. But round and round the wheel goes, nevertheless, unconcerned with human affairs. It will spin, it spun before we were here, it will spin after we were gone. It's very important to think about that. We've got a Mr. Saturn. Oh, we just rolled past, two of the get your head handed to you squares. We're going to this side. What have we got? Click, 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 click. Oh man, it is really, really fond of the get your head handed to you right now. This could be it though. Oh wait, what was it over there? Oh no! Oh God, Charlie, at least before I go and leave you to your fate. Wait, what? It went again? Or did it just go out?
Nothing.
So Charlie, I don't know what you just did there, but I'm not going to tempt the wrath of the wheel by saying that nothing happened. So before I leave you to your fate, I want to ask, did you at least get the T-Rex bat, or is that still going?
Still in progress.
Okay, so I'm sorry for whatever we're about to do to you. Wasabi Milkshake, come back with me to the Book of Obligation. Hey, Robbie Benson. Playing some walking around music. Thank you.
Thank you.
So it looks like we got our heads handed to us.
It appears so.
Take a deep breath. Feel the Book of Obligation around you. What does it want from you? Sometimes it helps to just feel for what the universe has in mind for you rather than what you would will. That's really the lesson of the Wheel of Obligation. And now it is willed that Charlie needs to unequip everything.
What?
Have you already unequipped everything? Oh, to sell? Oh, then you're in business. Oh, okay. The wheel wants what it wants. I'm going to put, let's say, I think the bottom of the hour, I'll let you re-equip your weapons. I think then the wheel will be satisfied. So Wasabi Milkshake, what do you feel about that?
I have no choice in the matter. It's the wheel.
That's correct
The wheel.
answer.
I am happy to
Wasabi
serve
Milkshake
the wheel.
is happy to serve the wheel. I don't know if happy is the right word, but everything else about that was correct.
I am obligated to serve the wheel.
That's right. So where are we at, Charlie? I'm gonna run to Charlie right through the projector. I'm not actually running. I'm a compulsive liar. Charlie, where are we? What are we left at with the T-Rex bat?
Well, let's see. We're at 631. We need to get to 698.
So we're really close, except that Wasabi Milkshake just ruined everything.
Well, you know.
It is what it is. So, Stephen, what is it about Earthbound, do you think, that has caused so many of the people we've talked to just go right into trying to create things that are like Earthbound? Like, there are a lot of other great games out there, and they don't all do that.
I don't know. Actually, we were talking about this at lunch a little bit, discussing why. Like, why Earthbound? Why Starman.net? What happened?
Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Verdon.
Wow.
Etoy cannot equip this, but Charlie still wants it. So Charlie, I believe, just turned Obligation Lemons into Obligation Lemonade. So we've got the T-Rex bat. That means we are moving down to the south of Winters, and pretty soon we will see characters other than Jeff again. Sorry, Etoy again. We'll see our friends Iwata and Reed. But yeah, and the other thing I wanted to ask you about, just what is it about Earthbound for you?
Well, at lunch we were discussing why Earthbound, what is it about Earthbound, and certainly Earthbound is an amazing game, a very unique game, but I'm not so sure that any of this passion, any of Camp Fangamer would ever existed without Starman.net. So we are putting more of the placement on the people. Like, it just so happens that the people that liked Earthbound were all crazy.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
I'm willing to believe that.
I mean, that seems true.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean,
Reed's
crazy.
not a normal guy.
No, absolutely not. So you've got all these crazy people that come together with a common interest, and of course it's going to blow up.
Okay, yeah. Well, what about the rest of the Steven insulters in the crowd?
Well, I kind of was a late comer to the internet because I grew up in the country. But it was just so weird to me that I just downloaded this game and suddenly there was all these people, and they were people like me when I kind of thought I was sort of the only one like me. And then I met Mallory. Oh. And then from Mallory I met a lot of other people who, I mean, we seem to like share life goals and life outlooks, and it was just kind of a way to connect. And then so that's why I've continued liking it, because whenever time I play the game I think of friends.
Yeah, you associate Earthbound. You associate the game not only with the stuff in the game, but all of the experiences that it entails.
Yeah, and like the crazy things we've done, like the crazy artwork, crazy videos, just crazy. We're not going to talk about my videos. There's been a lot of crazy things we've done. But yeah, every time I play it, I'm just like, oh yeah, when I was at this part in the game, this is what was happening on Starman.net.
There are parts of my time on Starman.net that would make Earthbound better if I associated them with the game that way, and then there are parts that would make me just never play it again.
That's fair.
So I'm glad most of them seem to have been good for you since you're able to watch this.
Would we be able to interject and play the Tessie song?
You would be able to
yeah.
interject and play the
Since
Tessie
that's
song.
it just happened. So,
It just so happens that you guys know the Tessie song.
hey, let's try this out.
All right, Robbie and the Super Soul Brothers back in action here. Yeah, woo for them some more. They need it. Yeah. Thank you.